Ever see a football team bounce back from a heartbreaking loss like they were on an electric-powered pogo stick? Well, you did last night. Hell yeah, you did. Hurl. Yeah. Tennessee did that after that awful Florida loss last week. Nobody was happy about that. Not me, not you, not them. Nobody was happy about that. And they did the right thing. They came back. They bounced back. They found their mojo. It is I, Rocket Man. Welcome to the show. My pronouns are go Vols.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Gather round. I got a Tennessee UTSA breakdown that's hotter than a jalapeno at a Texas heat wave. Now picture this. Tennessee, fresh off that heartbreaking loss to Florida, stepping onto the field at Neyland yesterday afternoon. Vol Nation, 102,000 of them, as uncertain as a chameleon at a disco. Let that rattle around a minute. That's funny. Not knowing whether to dance or hide in the shadows. But let me tell you, it was a good night. Got our mojo back. And I think it answered a lot of questions. We had a great first half. Yes, there was a lull in the third quarter. But we recovered from the lull and came back and scored some more points. 45-21. No, 45-14. My bad. And I will tell you, I was wrong. I predicted that it was going to be 31-21. But I got to tell you, in the third quarter there, when it all of a sudden became 31-14, I'm going, oh my God. So I'm happy that they turned that around. Just going to bring up this lull that happened in the third quarter. Let me explain the way I see it. So Joe did great. He was terrific in the first half. He really did good. Then he got hurt. You're going to get hurt. It's football. So he gets hurt, and immediately Nico is up and getting ready to go in. And all of a sudden on that next series, Joe's going, "Nuh-uh, you ain't going in. No way, Jose. I'm staying put. If I can breathe and I can move out there, I am not sitting on the bench if I'm conscious." Because he knows what happened last time that happened. He never saw the field again. So I think that's what happened. So the half ends and they come back in the second half, beginning of the third quarter. He throws like 9 or 10 consecutive incompletions. Wow. Can't do that, man. You cannot do that, particularly with what's coming up. But then he kind of turned things around, and the offense scored some more. But I got to tell you, that McCowan kid, Josh McCowan's kid, that little lefty that came in, their third stringer, that guy did good. And let me explain. They didn't prepare for that guy, right? They prepared for maybe Frank Harris, but they kind of knew he wasn't going to play, and they prepared for Marburger or whatever his name is. They weren't ready to see McCowan, and he did some damage. He really did. So anyway, that's what I think the lull was. I think Joe maybe he was hurt more than they let on. Maybe he was a little skittish, wanted to hurry things a little bit, but we saw that little inconsistency and that inaccuracy after that injury, which is understandable, completely understandable. From the very first start, Tennessee had this game in hand. I mean, Joe Milton, faster than a Roadrunner with a rocket strapped to its tail. Beep, beep. Phew. I mean, 81 yards to the house. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you saw a 6'5", 240 dude outrun everybody on the football field for 80 yards. When's the last time you saw that? It was pretty amazing to watch. I gotta say, it just speaks to his talent and his ability. I know I have been critical, but I tell you, Joe, props, kudos. Man, what a performance yesterday in that first half. The ground game, it was as unstoppable as a freight train. Dylan Sampson bulldozed his way into the end zone this many times. Holy crackers. And they didn't play him in Florida, but I won't get into that. Joe Milton aired it out a few times, hitting the youngster, the freshman, Kaleb Webb, for a touchdown. And then, man, that was sweeter than a slice of my mama's homemade pecan pie. I got to tell you. Tennessee moves to 3-1 on the season. They're gearing up to tackle the toughest part of their schedule now, like a cowboy saddling up for the wild bull ride. You know, when he's sitting there and that bull's kind of doing that, right? And he's trying to get all, yeah, it's coming, folks. It's coming. South Carolina, Texas A&M, Alabama, Kentucky, Georgia, it don't get easier. I'm just happy that at least we seem to have discovered and refound a mojo that will make us competitive. So there you have it, folks. Tennessee versus UTSA, a game that had more action than a bull riding competition and more drama than a soap opera. The Volunteers left no doubt. They got their mojo back and just in the nick of time. And I'm just going to give them some love because they're going to need their mojo back for the sick chickens when they come into town next weekend. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for the super chats and the super thanks. And I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, just on a personal note, I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for subscribing. I got a nice little treat yesterday where I was notified that we have 2,500 subscribers on the channel. I thank you so much for that. I couldn't do it without you, of course, and I appreciate your support. And go Big Orange.